Silent of fall! Liquid's doing it! They're gonna take! He's gonna bring down 30! Almost with a double kill! Dropping fast! Monovoid's there! He's still alive! Wait, Roshan is right! He's going one side! He's going a second! He's taking it! Oh my god! On three! They're all dead!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got one final game of the night for the Summit 2 America Group Stages by G2A.com. Leviathan versus Not Today. Dakota.
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
Not a whole lot, man. I'm ready to take it home. Let's do it. We got one more game. It's a pretty good one.
Who's the favorite? Who are you favoring?
I mean, the favorite's probably going to be Not Today. They're
Yeah.
at the top right now, or right up near the top, and they've looked good today already. And this is going to be a good test for Leviathan. This rambunctious squad that's kind of been working together for a long time that no one really knows about is
Crazy last game. They played a pudge.
Yeah, they're
Solid
pulling out
pudge.
some nice wins. It is against, of course, Union Gaming, so that's not,
Still.
to be honest, too much of a test. But right here, this is a real test, and
Yeah.
I think they've started off pretty nicely with their draft, if I have to say so
Hey, man,
myself.
anyone that's brave enough to do an aggro tri-lane with a pudge, I'm into it. I dig. I dig on your vibes. Let's hop right in and see what these teams are working on here. First pick, Brewmaster, coming out for Leviathan. But
They
not
loved it.
today. Look at this. They strike back with a Necrophos.
It's pretty early to pull out a Necrophos. Pretty
The old
interesting. And Shibby does love getting a hold of Brew if given the opportunity, so they grab that Brew, Shibby, and they fire back. They're like, nice Necrophos you got there, bro. What are you going to do, get a wisp with it? Well, we're going to be ready. We got an Ancient Apparition. Ice Blast is just going to nullify any sort of heavy healing and sustain that they already want. So now the game plan might have to change a bit for Not Today.
Yep.
Radiant team
Smart
ban.
choice. AA pretty good against Necro, and one of the reasons, as you mentioned, why you don't pick Necro up this early in a
Radiant
draft usually.
team
Also a
pick.
hero that's not without counters, like offlaners like Clockwork and other heroes that can close gaps, do big bits of burst damage, lock him down. He's pretty susceptible early on. He's one of those heroes that needs some space, needs some farm, and if your opponents are kind of drafting against him, even Brewmaster not so bad against Necro. Blink Dagger heroes that get it fast, that can come down, control his tempos, hit him with the rocks, hit him with the thunderclaps. Could be a
10
rough game for the
seconds
Necro.
remaining.
Yeah, he's just a big bouncer. Once he gets in that mid-game
Dire
point, he's just
team
going to
pick.
run all over the place, cause a ruckus, create space for whoever their shining star in the late game is going to be that Shredder might go for here. Now, a Wraith King is going to get grabbed.
Radiant
Not a lot of
team
information
pick.
out there as far as if this is going to be a support or a core Wraith King. We got plenty of draft to work with before they make decisions like that, but he does work very nicely as a duo with Ancient Apparition, with the Chilling Touch, and with the lockdown of Ray Fire Blast, you can get off a reasonable cold feet. And he's already there to soak up a lot of the early harassment damage, like your Echo Slam, like your Mystic Flares, and he'll still be able to bounce back strong. And Reaper Scythe, you don't care
10
about no
seconds
Reaper Scythe.
remaining.
You're going to have to hold on to that bad boy if you want to get it on him.
Yep, absolutely.
5
One of the
seconds
reasons Wraith King was so good against Doom, sort of a similar conundrum with that ultimate that totally takes you out of the fight. And hey, if it
Reserve
kills him, he
time.
comes back bigger, bolder, stronger than ever before. And yeah, good hero in that kind of a scenario. Ogre getting a ban out here, and ban number 3 from Not Today. And look at that first ban. They ban out the Fudge Cake. They're scared of the Leviathan Pudge. That's some respect right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about comfort zone, and Not Today. They don't want to be dealing with these weird, out of left field kind of picks. They're more formidable to kind of have the cookie cutter, clean kind of style, and just be able to take it home. And anything that's going to be something they're not used to, something they're not scrimming against normally, or have had a lot of, common sense built up about, they don't want to deal with it. They know that Jenkins loves the Pudge.
10
No more Pudge for
seconds
you,
remaining.
sir. So they moved that back. And Not Today, unfortunately, they had already
5
banned out
seconds
Viper, which would have been a
remaining.
great grab to go against a Wraith King. But now they're going
Dire
to step
team
forward. They're going to
pick.
get Big Bad Brad, the Horse God.
Yep. Horseman and Dito, we headed to the off lane most likely, looking to be a safe lane Necro, and they'll need their mid laner here with this final pick, whoever they want to
Radiant
put in the
team
hands
ban.
of Smash. Mihawk, no stranger to the Centaur, and I like this support duo. We've seen a lot of the Earthshaker Skywrath, really a good duo for an array of reasons, but plenty of zoning capabilities and a lot of kill potential in lane alongside that Necro.
Dire team ban.
Leviathan, they get a little bit of the rat. Nature's Prophet. I was Nature's Prophet for Halloween, Dakota. I had the antlers.
Okay.
What were you for Halloween, son?
I don't know.
Got schooled.
Radiant
Yeah.
team
I
pick.
really didn't wear a whole lot, unfortunately. I just played Earthbound.
Well, that
And-
sounds fun.
Or my hoodie. Look like a scrub
My hoodie.
for Halloween. That's unfortunate, but
All right,
yeah.
Rocky.
Enough about me. Let's talk about these young kids here playing the game. And
Medusa and Anti-Mage, the final bans. No hard carries today.
I guess they felt that the NoT today was going to be going for the Medusa, and they
10
wanted to make sure
seconds
Anti-Mage
remaining.
wasn't going to be a valuable option for Leviathan. But I don't think that was the
Ooh.
case. They grabbed Timbersaw now.
Dire team
This
pick.
is looking like a mid lane Timbersaw,
It's
an off lane Centaur, and a safe lane put together of Earthshaker, Necrophos, Skywrath Mage, or maybe a plausible aggressive. This could be an aggro tri lane, depending on who this core late game is going to be for Leviathan.
I don't know that you really want to aggro try against the AA. He is pretty good in tri lanes, but they've got a
10
this is this is kind of like I
remaining.
think Smash plays Timbersaw, right? That sounds of all these heroes, that sounds like the
5
most
seconds
Smash-esque hero
remaining.
to me.
To be honest, I'm not too sure. Yeah, I mean,
I think he
I'm
does.
so used to seeing him
Reserve
on more of the
time.
flexible kind of heroes, a lot of Ember Spirit. You know,
Yeah.
to be
I mean,
you know,
Mihawk,
specific,
I've
but-
definitely seen Mihawk play more Centaur than I have Timbersaw. And Ewo just strikes me as the Necro kind of guy.
I think I've already seen him play Necro as well, so
Yeah.
I'm
10
going to go with you on
seconds
that. Smash
remaining.
is probably going to be the one to opt for this Timbersaw in the mid lane. And then they could
5
flip the switch as
seconds
far as what they
remaining.
want to do, but Jakiro is going to be the last grab here. That puts Shredder on Wraith King. It's a core Wraith King now.
Hey,
Even
Jackie.
though they do grab Timbersaw, who could be pretty good against a Wraith King, they're not feeling too threatened, and they're going to go for a late game.
Yeah, this draft coming
His
out of the
Majesty.
Dire feels a little bit all over the place, as if they started it off with, okay, we need to first pick the Brew. That's a given, and I think that's the right thought process. Ancient Apparition to deal with the Necro. Strong opener, but then they
Prepare for
decide,
battle.
well, we actually secretly wanted to push. So now let's get the Jakiro. We'll go with the core Wraith King, and yeah, Nature's Prophet. That sounds good. And now they have this fair amount of push, but they don't have too much control outside of this Brewmaster in the mid game, and I worry just a little bit. Wraith King's a really good position one once he gets the farm. Once he hits level 16, he's got 3 or 4 items, and he's massive. Then he's crazy good because you got to kill him twice, and he's just a raid boss. But getting there is the tricky part. He's great in lane, but that like 10 to 30 minute window in the position one, you can kind of just kite him around.
Yeah. No, and they should be able to do so. Stampede certainly helps with that. Your Centaur's going to look to get a lot of it. He already put a preemptive ward in the lane to block out the pull camp. He is set and ready to duke it out here in the
30
off-lane
seconds to
positioning with
battle.
the early boots to be a little more mobile, getting away from any sort of aggro that's coming in. I mean, you already talk about Ancient Apparition and what he could do at level 1 with Chilling Touch in a full trifecta kind of a lane. We don't even know if he's going to be up there yet or not, but he's at the ready for it, and they have a lot of huge mid-game potential here. Smash, if he's able to put together a reasonable farm on this Timbersaw, he'll be getting kills left, right, and center, and that just segues perfectly into a Necrophos late game, where he'll be taking you out
The
with that
battle
Reaper Scythe,
begins.
and you won't be backing around to
Yeah.
defend.
I like this NoT Today draft a little bit more. Ooh, double damage on the Necro. A great rune for him to start off with. That'll make his laning presence just a little bit easier. But it's a very snowbally lineup, but I think if Smash does okay mid, Centaur has okay in the off lane, and the Necro gets farm. I mean, that's sort of like saying if they win all 3 lanes, they'll win the game. But I think a lot hinging on the Blink Dagger timing, Centaur versus the Brewmaster, who's going to control more tempos, and that will kind of set the stage for the end of the laning phase. But let's do some roster introductions here, Dakota. Radiance side, we've got NoT Today, Ewo. He's going to be on the Necrophos. He'll be joined by Masoku down here in the bottom lane. They're giving it to Jenkins, hitting him with the chips. We'll see Masoku. He's playing on the Cow once again. Earthshaker, man, he's loving this hero. Smash, Timbersaw mid, and up top. That leaves Mihawk with the hero he knows quite well. That's Big Brad.
And on your Leviathan team, coming off a recent win, taking on Union Gaming, looking to seal it out 2-0 tonight. We got Shredder, who's playing your core Wraith King. He's side by side with Sunken, playing the support Ancient Apparition. Just lingering nearby, we got Nushim playing your Jakiro. Mid lane, that leaves Shibi on one of his favorites, the Brewmaster. And bottom, it's going to be left with Jenkins, the former Pudge player, now playing Nature's Prophet at the solo here in the bottom lane.
Old Leroy here. It's going to be a tough life for this Prophet. He went off lane without boots first, and that is not something you see too often. It makes it very easy for the opposition to run you down. You know the other supports will be prioritizing
Big
boots.
shots on mid lane here. Oh, one more auto attack if he can get it. He's bottling up, and he will be able to step back because of it. It got a bit scary there. Shibi got some good hits in. And one bad crit could have been the end of Smash.
Yeah, was that?
Oh, he's still not done yet. Nice clap
Dyer's
catches. That's going to
bottom
force a
tower
Timber
is
Chain
under
out.
attack.
Smash pulls back. Shibby asserting his dominance here against this Timbersaw in the mid lane.
Yeah, you know, it's not too often you see Timbersaw mid, partially because there just aren't a lot of trees to hop to, and you get stuck in the river like that and nowhere to Timber Chain. But he'll show us what it's made of. We may see him prioritize a few extra points in Timber Chain just to make it happen. Mystico. Ooh, thought he was going to snipe that haste rune there. He was thinking about it.
This is perfect. This is like a get-out-of-jail-free mid lane card. If he makes a good jump, he could just pop and get out. Nope, he's going to use it right now because he needs
Radiant's
to regen.
middle
So
tower
it's
is
a free
under
opportunity now in mid lane to kind of do what you want. You're not going to be in any sort of trouble.
Yep. So here you go. The Nature's Prophet. He's retreated to the jungle, realizing that starting without boots and staying in lane is not going to end well. So I like this rotation from Jenkins. Nice and early on. We'll have his Basilius coming out on the little donkey here. So things going okay for the Prophet, albeit rather slow start. How's Centaur faring? He finds his level 2, but not really getting much. It is a safe lane try, so can't really expect him to get a hell of a lot.
I'm going to assume
Dyer's
Shredder's probably going to go
bottom
for Midas
tower is
here on
under
his Wraith
attack.
King. He's got a lot of lane to work with and a lot of fair farm to bring in, and he might have to contest a lot later in the game, but we'll have to see how he decides to build up. Or he can go just early survivability and expect a big mid-game rush coming up from NoT today.
Dyer's structures are
So
fortified.
we'll have to see how it goes here. They're not going to be able to get anything too easy here on Mihawk. It's going to require a lot of
Dyer's
lockdown,
bottom
good
tower
timing
is
with both
under
cold
attack.
feet and a stun. Plus, also, you're going to need to have Nature's Prophet probably get globally involved. It'll take a lot.
And now Nature's Prophet in
Dyer's
the
bottom
jungle. That
tower
opens up
is
a lot
under
of space
attack.
for NoT today in the bottom lane. They'll push this tier 1 tower, do a lot of damage to it here at the 3-minute mark. Big creep wave coming in for Leviathan, but they should be able to clear it up, and this is a siege creep wave. So with this, if they don't do anything to make a defense, this should be an easy tower for Team NoT. Smash, still struggling in the mid lane. Getting a lot of farm, keeping up blow for blow with the Brewmaster, but also taking a lot of damage while he's farming.
Yeah, he's just more concerned on making sure he doesn't hand anything over as far as kills. He's getting a fair amount of regen here. He's always got Timber Chain now to fall back on, but he needs a rune. He heads towards the bottom, while it looks like Shibby's going to protect up the top. And Mihawk's
Dyer's
also
bottom
there,
tower is
trampling
under
along
attack.
through the high ground, but not contesting the rune whatsoever. It's going to be quickly taken up here, and it's going to be a bounty once again at the top. That leaves the illusion for Timber at the bottom.
Yep, and no glyph is available for the Dyer. They've already used it, and that means the end of their tier 1 tower in their off lane. Ewo doesn't grab the last hit on the
Dyer's
Necro,
bottom
but
tower
still
has
all this
fallen.
gold will go the way of the Radiant side. Mihawk now finding his Tranquil Boots and on his way to a decent timing with the Blink. Timbersaw getting a little pick-me-up, and see where Ewo goes with his build. We talked about this in games prior today. Could be an Atos rush early on. With a Centaur on your team might not be necessary, but I actually like Mech on Necro.
Yeah, Mech's
And-
good.
but
Other ones
there-
consider going right for Agnums.
There
maybe
is
a
an AA on
Bloodstone.
the other team, though, so maybe not a Mech first kind of game.
Yeah, well, not even really a Necro kind of game with AA there, as long as you're not eating too many Ice Blasts. But top lane, they're going to go here. Mihawk, Ice Path does catch him. Oh, big damage right there. Gets him down. Very easy grab right there. It's something who comes up with the first blood drawn finally at about the 5-minute mark for Team Leviathan.
Yeah, misses the hoof stomp on all three, unfortunately, and mid lane.
Oh,
Barrel
he
of
wants it
laughs,
now.
the split, the boulder.
Oh, nice boulder
wow.
timing. Bravo. And Smash, though, is going to get away. Timber Chain brings him off to the right-hand side. He turns the corner.
He's
Nice
got a
little
boulder.
juke to get away. Now he goes to the high ground. Smash, the playa. But
Radiant's
he's going to get
middle
surrounded
tower
from both
is
sides.
under
The bare
attack.
necessities are reeled together. And now Shibby, he is desperate for this kill. Smash says, see you later.
Wow.
And wow, even though that was a fantastic start from Shibby getting a nice time stun, he just ends up getting taken out.
Smash
Nice
was
rotation.
almost denied to the neutrals there, man. Those Alpha Wolves came out with a vengeance, but no, very nicely done from Smash. That was just top-notch kiting. There was a boulder available, and keeping himself in fog, easier said than done, that's for damn sure. So NoT today, they'll get up on the board as they punish the Brewmaster, and that's actually a pretty big
Body
victory
blocks,
for
body
NoT.
blocks. A lot of extra
That
hits in
bottom
there.
Ewo watching it, but he will be able to survive. So yeah, that'll show down Shibby's blink timing a fair bit, hanging on to a lot of unreliable gold here, so good time to pick him off. Oh, haste rune from Mystico. He'll be able to chase
We
down
got to turn
Sunken.
and fight now. Yeah, he's like, this guy could chase me down, right-click me home, and then follow it up with a fissure. So he's like, I gotta assert my dominance here a little bit and make sure he's back. But he's gonna take that haste rune all the way up to the top lane. Pushes a swell in here. Liquid Fire does its first bit of damage here on the tower. No real rotations to come just yet, except for now. Nature's Prophet's going to come in, pop the trees, and they're going to go for a full-blown Tier 1 takedown.
Yeah, now Mihawk is nearby alongside Mystico. They're thinking about making a hold, but they're both only level 3. No Stampede for the Centaur. So initiating this, easier said than done. There is a Radiant Glyph. They could pop it and try to go in. Smash on the front lines. There's a Fissure to help break it up. They do isolate Shredder. He's not yet level 6, so taking him out here could be huge. Hoof Stomp missed by Mihawk. And Shredder now on the run. He will get caught by the Chakram. And they will make it a 1-0, but now Skywrath Mage coming out of the river, bumps into Sunken. Close range Doves will be enough for the kill. Now the Ancient Seal onto Jenkins. Chakram just clips him. Does a hell of a lot of damage as the Doves chase him down once more. A double kill from Ahsoku. And now Nusham, he'll get sandwiched, tries to hide in the tree line. They don't quite see him, but Mystico pings it out. There's your tree clearing. And yeah, nowhere for the bird to go. TP's coming in, though. Sunken once more. Shredder hungry for vengeance. Can they find it? Smash low on health, but we'll be able to Timber Chain away. Mystico, same story. And maybe not. Sprout as Jenkins. He goes Leroy on him, and that'll be the end of the Earthshaker.
They needed something. They needed something. They worked hard to get that. They're still trying to go on the tower, and they did that all without Ewo being involved. He's been farming bottom lane on this Necrophos, like, keep it up, guys, no problem. I'm finding my farm, and it looks like he's going to be putting together some sort of perseverance.
Yeah.
Maybe utility going to the Crimson.
I was questioning the Crimson myself. I don't know. I feel like it has to be like a Bloodstone rush.
No,
I mean that's
can't.
No, what am I thinking?
That's the old Bloodstone. Maybe he forgot. I don't know.
What is going? Is it a Lincoln's rush?
Yeah, we'll see. I guess we'll know more information as the time progresses. But it's going to be a Lincoln's early grab or Crimson Guard utility style Necrophos. Interesting.
Or a pipe. Maybe it's a pipe.
Ah, the pipe. There's the obvious one we forgot
about. The pipe
rush. But Smash now getting scouted out. It's Nushim with the Invis rune hunting him. Seeing if there's an opportunity to open up. They're going to flank him from both sides here, Shibby. He does have the split if he wants to use it. He's going to have to use it regardless right here, but he can't. Oh, the easy setup from Skywrath Mage with enough burst, and Shibby hits the deck so quick he can't even get his ultimate off, and now Nushim's on the run. Not today, man. They look good.
So good against Brood.
The long jump through, Chakram. Smash with the double.
Dude, maxed out Timber Chain. Look at this guy. He's cruising all over the place. This is almost a necessity if you're mid, yeah. It's a necessity if you're mid. There aren't enough trees in close proximity, but whoa, is it dirty.
Really good stuff coming out from NoT today, man. They look sharp right off the start, and Leviathan, now they're starting to put together, like, what can we do from here? It's clear they have control of this game. We were expecting it, and we're putting a lot of more pressure here on our Wraith King to pull it on back, but he's just a Wraith King, walking around with a right click. I mean, they have a lot they could do down the road to stop him from getting a lot off. I mean, we see how elusive already they are, and you got Reaper Scythe over here. If you do manage to break down one time, the second time, he might not be coming back for a long while.
Yeah, Shredder does use his salve. Okay, heals up. I was going to say, they're close to like Scythe range, but look at this tier 2 tower. There's a glyph, but they might be able to force it out. Just a little bit of pressure, just barely keeping it out of deny range. Primal Split forced out in the mid lane. Smash on the run, but will get thrown into the tornado.
Nice cycle.
Has a Timber Chain up, but there you go. The setup from Jakiro. Nushim will make it happen, and Nature's Prophet ends the dominating streak. Now Masoku caught by the stun. The Ember Spirit gets his ultimate off onto Jenkins, but isn't enough for a kill. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Shredder, he could be in some trouble. Glyph is still standing. Necro doing a lot of damage. Death Pulse not enough to finish him off. Now Ewo looks towards the tower. They use the Glyph, and he'll just tank the shots for now. Hands it over to the Earthshaker, and here they'll give the last hit to the Necro, or never mind, they'll give it to the Earthshaker. There you go.
Yeah, I need a blink, please.
Right, please, dude, please.
He'll take it.
All
Man,
right.
that Cyclone timing mid lane, though. He put it right out as soon as Smash wanted the Timber Chain,
Yeah,
so Timber Chain,
beautiful.
he went nowhere. Ice Path kind of secured him. Nice grab, nice turn back from Leviathan there in the mid lane. It was, looked like an opportunity for Smash to make a comeback, but
Yeah.
not going to be there.
And there's that pipe rush from Ewo. Grabs himself the Hood of Defiance. So, man, I got to report this to Merlini, man. Seeing 2 pipes in one day, this is craziness. Oh, Mihawk, he's going to shatter. Yep, Nature's Prophet gets credit for that one. Now he'll try to TP out Masoku. No way to interrupt it.
I like the
And
global scout right there.
Give you a quick pit.
Mid lane, though. Uh-oh.
Nushim.
How to chop up a dragon. Nushim does throw out the Ice Path. Timber Chain, he wants it. Can he throw out a lingering Chakram to at least get the kill? He almost walks into a Macropyre. Now he has to head up to the north to get away from this.
Chakram.
Oh, boy. Long distance. It's going to be, can they stop it? Nope. Ice Path. A little too slow, unfortunately. Nice quick reaction of the Timber Chain TP to make him out, so
Yeah.
goes back to base.
So Necro, once he gets the pipe, maybe that's when he'll start to get involved. it's an interesting game to go pipe first. Good against the Ancient Apparition, good against the Jakiro, but not an obvious pipe first game, if you ask me. I think going for something like an Atos, going for something a little more stats-oriented, could have worked out just fine. He still is only at 700 HP. It's on intelligence treads, but I think he needs to go something just raw durability after this, like the Bloodstone, or maybe into an Ags. That'll give him a decent amount of HP, but some sort of an HP-focused item for sure.
Atos.
Atos, yeah, that could work.
A little bit of nice health right
Atos
there.
is great with a Skywrath Mage on your team, so that's a
Certainly
good
is.
possibility there. Also not bad for the Timbersaw, makes landing the Chakram a bit easier.
Yeah, and Agnus also would add a bit of health. Even just getting the reliable vibe booster or something ahead of time. I don't know. I see Necros kind of holding one of those just in case for a futuristic heart or something they can use. So we'll see. Pipe's going to be complete regardless. He's going to keep farming away here at the bottom lane. We got Mihawk and company here camping at the mid for an opportunity to open up. While Leviathan, they're moving on through. Pretty calm right now from both sides before really going for that next big objective.
And look at that progression on the Dire. Yeah, not too much else. Everything's slowing down. Not today, just farming it up. They're holding on to a minor gold lead, about 2,000. And mid lane, thinking about jumping on Shredder. Nope, doesn't go for it. Just a point booster up on the Timbersaw, and there's your pipe. Old Necro going for some of that Black Lung.
Yep. Sometimes you just gotta blaze it up, and old man's ready to go. He's been around the block for quite a while, and
Dire's top tower
well, he might get
is under
pressured here.
attack.
One Ice Blast does land on him, but it's not close enough for Shibby to make the jump. Shibby is still hanging nearby in case they want to make a go on this Necro, but mid lane's where they go. They go and smash. Macropyre into the Ice Blast. He's stuck for a real long time. He is able, though, to get a quick Timber Chain off, and he steps away, and they can't follow it up. It's not like Shredder has a Blink
Radiant's
Dagger
middle
himself,
tower is
so
under attack.
a lot of effort. Unfortunately, they don't get him.
Now bottom, Ewo, he takes an Ice Blast, uses the pipe, but takes a boulder to the face. The right clicks will be
timing.
enough. Oh, Ewo. So much damage coming out, doing everything he can, but it's a 1-on-3. Mystico will TP in now. He'll get stunned up, caught inside of a fissure, or caught inside of a sprout, throws out a fissure, gets off the dunk, creates some space for Ewo to come back in. He'll buy back for this, actually. Ewo really needs a counter kill here to make this worth it.
He might
And
get a
I
counter
don't
kill
think he'll
elsewhere,
find
though. New Shem getting spotted out. Oh, Mystic Flare. It's ahead of him. He's still persistent on getting this ward, so he doesn't care about Mystic Flare. Ice Path's going to go out, but it's not going to catch. He ultimately goes down, but he's like, I got the ward, though.
I got what I came for,
got
boys.
it.
14-minute blink on the Centaur. Not an ideal timing, but still okay. Will allow Not Today to control some tempos. Brewmaster's had his now for at least a couple minutes. But I'm surprised Ewo bought back there. That turns that last fight into, like, not that bad to, yeah, he lost a lot of money.
Boom, and now a snowball for your trouble. And look who it is. Oh, Nature's Prophet. The Global's real with Leviathan. They get a hold of Ewo. They pull. Yeah, no, he's done. See you later. Easy shatter. Easy shatter right there. The global presence, man, on Leviathan. It's looking good. You can't go out past your leash on your own, and now he's died and then bought back and died again.
It's pretty impressive. I have to say, the coordination from Leviathan. Anytime Ancient Apparition connects with an ultimate, Nature's Prophet is right there to teleport in and start doing some damage. And if anyone else is nearby, you better believe they'll be inbound and helping you secure
Dire's
that
middle
kill.
tower
And
is
after
under
those
attack.
pickoffs, we're at a dead even game, crossing that 0 threshold on both gold and experience. And we're right back to where we started. I still like the Not Today draft a bit more, but Centaur getting this delayed Blink Dagger has really hurt them.
Courier.
Radiant's bottom
flies over
tower
right
is
past
under
him. That
attack.
There's a
Shiny
relic on there.
Dire's
Golden
middle
Doom
tower is
Oh,
under
oh,
attack.
gets it once. Where is it going? It's finally going to make its way all the way what looks like to the top lane. A relic. That's going to be a Radiance.
A Radiance on the Wraith King.
Wraith King Radiance. It's going immediate Rapier.
Radiant's courier has been
Immediate
And then he
Rapier.
takes out the Radiant Courier that's just sitting there.
Oh my god. They get a kill onto the Ancient Apparition here in the mid lane. Mystico caught inside of the Sprout. Nowhere to go. He'll get chopped down. Some big crits from Shibby. And now Mihawk, he gets left behind. Oh, this Centaur. Mihawk.
Radiant's
Where
structures
are you?
fortified.
Well, he's dead now,
Radiant's
but
top tower is
the
under
Radiant
attack.
Courier, what was on it? It had a little bit of cargo. That's your
I don't know.
Bloodstone recipe.
He got his Radiance
Radiant's
and
top
walking right
tower
back
has
towards the
fallen.
secret shop. Their Courier was just sitting there. They were
Radiant's
clearly
middle
busy
tower
getting
is
something else done in mid lane. Now it makes sense, but their Courier gets exposed and they take it down with
Radiant's
cargo on
middle
it.
You know,
tower
I
has
really hope
fallen.
Shredder is going for a fast Rapier. I don't think he is, but that would be so amazing.
Never know, man. It's a Wraith King. He already has the
It's a
built-in
Wraith King.
Aegis.
That's why I think it could. No, okay, buys the Radiance. Say there's a small chance here. And after
Radiant's
seeing that
middle
last
tower
game,
is under
I know
attack.
these Leviathan blokes are crazy, in a good way, but they're a little crazy.
Radiance, though.
Radiance that's crazy in its own, crazy in the bad way.
Maxed up Mortal Strike as well, so he wants to make sure he hits damn hard when he has the opportunity.
Ooh, Smash, he
goes
gets
in.
stunned.
Oh, boom! Smash gets smashed, just like that. Shibby gets the killing spree now. They move forward. Cyclone catches on Skywrath Mage. Ice Path, beautiful setup coming out right there from Nusham, and they clear out the dragon. Or the dragon gets cleared out on the Skywrath Mage. Now Mihawk goes, flips on through. Big Reaper Sight, big Echo follow-up. And now Shredder, under huge pressure here, down his life already. He's going to fall shortly after. And not today, bounce right back. But still Shibby with a nice triple. On the way out, can they catch up to him? They use the Stampede to get their very long range, just the tip fissure. Silence, double edge. That bounty's now mine, says Mihawk.
Yeah, absolutely. And one buyback used on each side, and a pretty even fight when she's all said and done. That one pick off at the end does tip it in
Radiant's
scales
bottom tower is
of
under
not
attack.
today. Look at this crap. It's all over the place. Leviathan picking up the big lead, and now our Radiant team striking right back. Down bottom, Smash. Ooh, he'll get hit by Frost, but nope. Okay, he'll be all right. No global follow-up this time. Gets a deny on the Tier 1 tower bottom. Yeah, what a crazy fight that was. Both
Radiant's
sides just
bottom
trashing
tower
each other.
has been
Oh, the
denied.
Radiance. That's what we were talking about beforehand.
Yeah,
Very
he gets it now.
atypical on
He
the
didn't
Red
have it
King.
for that fight, but now he's got it on hand, and you know, you're putting a lot into one item right now. At about near 20 minutes into the game, you're still yet to build anything else, but now they're going to go top lane. Sunken going to be in big trouble. Nice blink forward from Mihawk, sets up for an easy kill between him and Earthshaker. Now they walk back as more rotate into the top lane, and they might fake back though. They got Masoku here with his ultimate ready. It all takes one Fissure and one Mystic Flare to do huge burst damage. They might do it right here. With Mihawk in hand, they can get a lot done. Fissure, Mystic Flare, there it is. That's all it takes. Not today formulate a great game plan to hang around, and with the help of Skywrath Mage, they find another kill back-to-back here in the top lane.
Yeah, absolutely. The Jakiro will survive with the double damage rune, but not today. Finally getting their ducks in a row. And this is the power of that combo that I was kind of picturing when I looked at this draft initially. Mid lane, are we going to see it again onto Shredder? No, it's the other way around. Big onto Ewo, and Stampede will be used defensively here. Ewo tries to TP out. Can Shredder get the vision? He cannot.
Oh, bet he wishes he had a blink. Maybe he'll get a blink next.
Yeah,
Who knows?
exactly. This is the issue with an item build like this. Is I guess these crits are pretty big, but you have no gap closer. They can basically just run away from you. You can only stun one at a time, so it's... If you can get in the licks, it's not bad, but that's easier said than done. Nusham getting stunned up, smashes there, chops him down with the Timber Saw. It's Mystico that gets credit for the kill, but Smash in the right place at the right time for that one.
Not today. They're taking advantage of these supports that they got. They're very aggressive. They love to find fights. Top lane, still more fights break out here. It's going to be, unfortunately, Skywrath Mage this time who gets caught out in the bad end of a fight, and all it takes is Nature's Prophet and Shibby's Brewmaster split to do it, so they do invest the Bear Ultimate on this one. Not today now. Mostly congregated in the smoke towards the top. No, he doesn't have it. They might go for a counter initiation on their own right. Or they spot out, Shredder here. Still with no ultimate now, mind you. Ice Blast's going to come on in, but they're going to already take him down. Now a very wounded, or chilly, I guess. Not today's squad are just going to shuffle themselves
Pipe
out. They can't
boys.
catch him, unfortunately, with the Ice Blast. And yeah, that pipe certainly does help there.
Yeah, helping out quite a bit. And at this point, not today, striking right back in this game. Hey, look, it's right back to even. Got the little Marianas Trench going on here, and coming right back up. They've actually got the experience lead by a decent margin. How's Brewmaster looking in his item progression? Shibby has the Vlads, now moving towards a BKB, but nothing too scary there. Sunken, where did this guy find so much farm? He's 700 gold away from an Ags. We're 20 minutes in.
Oh, man.
This guy's
We'd
got
love
some,
to have it.
He's got some serious money to his name.
It would beat out the pipe, I'm sure. What's the duration on pipe again? It's for...
It's not that long, like 15 seconds, 10
something
seconds.
like that, yeah. So his ult's going to go right on through BKBs and that pipe once he gets
Actually,
that
how long
Agnes
does it
together.
last? That's a good question.
Want to tell everyone that he has Pipe of Insight? Big dunk flies out here. Back up in the jungle. They get a hold of Jenkins now, and they burst him down quickly with just two Bath brothers, and Centaur and Earthshaker.
In case you weren't aware, the enemy Necrophos has Pipe of Insight.
Yeah,
That's my bad.
we all know now.
That's my bad. The jig is up, gang. Well, Shibby. Yeah, he's all right. But yeah, these quick picks for not today, it's really gotten them back in this game. No other way to put it. Now the Blink Dagger is up on the Timber Saw. He picked up his Bloodstone and sitting on 10 charges, so Smash still balling pretty well here. And Where's this Necro going item-wise? Still just a point booster. A little ambiguous. Obviously the Bloodstone or the Scepter. Smash. Still gets stunned, but we'll be able to Timber Chain. Shredder hasn't been able to do much with this Radiance. If I could ask him one question, it would just be, why?
Got hit hard, bro. That crit, 300%. Boom.
Yeah, but
Constant AoE damage. They're slow. They're stuck in it. I'm hitting them on the backhand side on the way out. But the problem is I'm not very mobile or agile. Now he's got to get a hold of a BKB, otherwise he's just going to get focus fired with so much silence and lockdown. It's going to be rough. But now they're going to move in. Go with their tried and true Leviathan behind the back Roche plays here. But not today. Might be on this one. Nearby Smash waits it out. But they're dishing pretty good damage here because of that Radiance. Roche is at now below half-life. Are not today going to be able to contest this. It doesn't look like it.
I think they could, but they don't want to, or they're just not privy to it at all. Timbersaw comes in, throws out the Chakram, sees what's going on. They push him back, and now Roche will go down. The Dire finish him off. It's Shibby that grabs the Aegis on the Brew. Now about 1,000 gold off his BKB, but well, good news for Leviathan. They strike right back, get themselves a second life.
They need to wait a little bit, build together some farm, get that BKB complete, at least on the Wraith King, maybe more utility, and the BKB as well on the Brewmaster. Then they can feel a little bit more comfortable going to these skirmishes, but not today. They're on the opposite side. They feel like they are in control. Their Earthshaker's putting together a 4-staff to just make things even the better. And Smash, who already has 10 charges, jumping on in, going for Shibby here, who does have the Aegis, actually pulls out the split now, thinking at least use it to get away and hold on to that extra life for a future fight. But nope, here we go. This might be actually the fight. They burst down 2 of the bears very quickly. They Cyclone and Sprout out. Miss Kobe just blinks on out and away. Long ball boulder, but it's already enough awkward as it is. I think Shibi's going to have to step away.
Meanwhile, Dire Jungle, Mystica, or Masoku, and Mihawk taking some good damage from the Jakiro. I almost said the Jericho. I didn't realize Chris Jericho was reincarnated in this game. That's my bad.
Mid lane.
Whoa.
Jenkins, how you doing there, Necro? Throws out the Sprout, and Necro's like, see you later. Pulls up
See
the
ya, pal.
TP, and is like, I have no problem.
All right, Mihawk. Jakiro's on the chase, but wow, Mihawk actually did go for a Crimson Guard here. And he's picked up a casual cloak of his own.
Dire's bottom tower is under
All right.
attack.
Jenkins.
Oh,
He's
boy.
going to go Leroy.
He's just throwing, yelling in the air, but they just jump him.
Yeah, they just slapped him down. That was not even fair. I didn't see that one coming. 4-staff almost out on the Earthshaker here, and Smash for 2,200 gold.
And he's just like, they just find great positioning here on the side of NoT today to get pickoffs like that. I tell you what, bottom lane, they press on in. The creeps are already inside the base here, and
Dire's
there's no
bottom
one on
tower
Leviathan
is
looking to
under
defend.
attack.
They now ping back, and they're going to have to be on the run. They do have a couple of TPs, but they're not looking to invest just yet. And Timber being Timber, he can clear out the creep waves very easily.
Tower will only take a little bit of damage, but they force back a TP reaction. Time that Shredder is not farming. I feel like they've just been kiting this Wraith King non-stop, where he's constantly moving around, trying to defend, trying to fight, and finding okay farm, but nothing too amazing. 2 big items will be completed, though. BKB on the Wraith King, and there's your, BKB on the Brewmaster,
Dire's
Blink
top
on the
tower
Wraith
is
King,
under
and now
attack.
Ancient Apparition grabbing his Aghanims.
He's just
Smash.
tired of not being able to catch up with people. He's like, I just need the blink.
Yeah. Forget about the BKB, boys. I'm going Blink. Smash hops in first. In comes Mystico. Shredder has an ultimate
1
here.
second for Echo.
And wow. Okay.
Dire's top
They'll bring down the
tower
Wraith
is
King
under
right
attack.
away. Has a reincarnation. Now the defensive Stampede will ensure their survival. Meanwhile, up top, Shibby stalking out Mihawk. Wants to jump in for a kill, but Masoku's there. Has a silence. Has a Mystic Flare, but hey, it's a BKB. Mihawk will try
get
to
off in
TP
time?
out. The split.
Yeah.
Ooh, just barely. So Centaur will go down in the top lane. Looks like he didn't miss anything down bottom. And it will just be a quick pick up top, 1-0.
Man, the Brewmaster split just to stop that TP. He's like, I gotta get what I started. And they finally get it done. Nature's Prophet's also there to aid a little bit. And now they're going to
Dire's
use that
bottom
split
tower is
timing.
under
And
attack.
Nature's Prophet top lane, they could just go for a side push here because they're still getting pressured here in the bottom of their base. Smash is just being a real nuisance here. Now going to the low ground, trying to get away from this one. Blinking in though. Yeah, Scouts didn't get caught out. Taken down, and they might not be done. He blinks immediately in the woods, goes for his TP, but they're not going to be able to catch up. So they do a little bit of a space creation, I guess you could say, on the bottom of the Leviathan base, but Leviathan find a kill there, and they found the kill on Centaur. Not too bad.
Well, Necro finishes up his Aghanim Scepter. So looking at just kind of the general state of this game, still this very back and forth kind of hodgepodge of engagements, but NoT are holding on to that very small lead. The Aghanim's on the Necro is always a potential game changer, and it doesn't matter how farmed you are if you get picked off and you can't buy back. And now that it's upgraded, he'll soon be level 16, and once you hit that 50% threshold, you dead. And if they can even save that ultimate for the Wraith King the second time, bring him down once, then kill him again, still very possible here. Wraith King will be very scary in like another 2 items if he gets a BKB and then some sort of hard-hitting item that actually makes him into a bit more of a carry, like maybe even a Mjolnir to get some attack speed. Then I think he'll be very scary, but there's this long window for the next 10 minutes or so where they can punish him for going blink over the completed BKB.
Not today. Going to be able to secure this tier 1 at the top. They did use the glyph, at least to make it a little bit harder, a little more sweatier, but they get it done regardless. AA's been lingering in the woods nearby. Obviously, with his Ice Blast, he can still put a little bit in there, but for now, he's kind of locked in the corner until he can find his way out. Now, on the other side, you got Leviathan farming through, taking away from NoT today's jungle, finding their own way to throw it together. But Smash, once again, finding his way towards the base, is causing everyone to rotate, try to get a hold of him. There's your blink. Blink forward, Great Fire Blast. Oh, the timing's not going to be there. He does. Timber Chain to the high ground, but right towards Shibby. Your Ice Blast flies through, will not catch on Smash. He cuts right through the stout. Oh, man, they get a nice blow up and take down Shibby with a Mystic Flare. And now they're trying to catch up these new recruits that have been brought in. Miscal, huge crit, and he falls down immediately. Shredder lunging on forward, trying to make someone bow before him. His Majesty. Big grab for them.
Ends up being an okay trade there. 1 for 1. All right. Pretty even. I guess slightly better for NoT today as they trade a support for the Brewmaster, but all things considered, no more objectives going to come out of it. I guess you could look at Leviathan all having to use TPs to make that happen, but still this very even, just bloodbathy kind of game here, Dakota. Both teams just laying into each other, slaying as much as possible with these kind of awkward skirmishes.
It's the late game that gets very questionable. Your Aghanim's is now complete on Necrophos.
I think that means Necro just needs to be more active. We should be seeing him use this scythe a lot more than we have.
Yeah. We haven't seen a lot of it. No one's been really put out of their misery for an additional 30 seconds, and now they wouldn't be forced in a situation where they couldn't even come back from. As Shredder already is going to have his, he's got level 16, so every minute he's ready to come back with a second life. Now he's got his BKB. They're starting to feel a little more comfortable. They're going to deward their own jungle and, well, maybe look to go on the offensive soon. As it's Smash, king of the net worth, king of being a pain in the arse. His top lane he continues to punish, jumping in and out. Oh, he Timber Chains right back towards Shredder, stuns him before he can get off a TP with his Boots of Travel. Now he's stuck up here for a little bit. They pull out the Stampede to assist him from getting on the way out, but can he get away, or at least closer to his team? His team is not going to make it in time. Shibby catches him off at the pass and finishes him.
So, there you go. Shredder showing us what the carry Wraith King's all about, just chasing him down with the Blink Dagger, and that's why you need some kind of a gap closer item. So things like that can become a possibility, not just a dream. And
I don't even know if he was expecting Wraith King to just be immediately there. I mean, he
I
pulled
don't
out the
think
TP at the same time. If he knew Wraith King was there, he would have obviously saved the TP for a safer moment. But now they catch out Earthshaker, and yeah, it's just an easy grab. It's AA's ultimate that does secure the kill, but now they pick off 2.
And the game of back and forth continues on as 2 picks go again to the way of Leviathan. How's their item progression looking in general? They have a couple of BKBs, 3 across their core heroes. Jakiro probably grabbing a Force Staff. Kind of curious what item Shredder will grab next. I think Mjolnir or Abyssal are probably the 2 most likely options. Abyssal feels pretty good here just to lock down that Timber Saw, and also the Necro, stop him from spamming out those spells. Get a little RNG bash down.
Radiance
Oh,
structures are
Smash jumps
fortified.
forward, gets caught with a stun. Ice Blast will catch him because of the Ice Blast, and now, very nice grab right there. They do end up Reaper Scything, taking Jakiro out. He's out for like 80 seconds with no buyback. They also follow up and take down AA. Mihawk trying to get away from this one, does get caught with the Ray Fire Blast, and there's Shredder to jump on through and make him mince meat. Quick slice him apart. Now they pincer Ewo inside the little small tree nook, and they just hammer him home.
Yep.
4 down all day for NoT today. Only your Earthshaker alive. No one with a buyback out there with the exception of AA. This is Leviathan's time to do a little bit of damage on the high ground, and Earthshaker, can he get it done with the simple blink and echo slam? I'm ready.
Well, maybe it's going to be an echo for the ages. Might have enough to bring down Shredder, but the problem is he has a BKB still at 10 seconds and has reincarnation. So getting at that point where, ooh, Wraith King's scary.
He might go for it here. He's thinking he's Itching in the area, but he's waiting for
Radiant's
it. Now he's
middle
going to pull
tower has
out the
fallen.
enchant totem.
Radiant's
2,
middle
3
barracks.
Wait for an
down.
ally to come forward.
It's
Shotgun
now or
throws
never.
Out. I don't
Where's
think
the
he's gonna do
dunk?
it. Fissure. They're all pretty spread. It's a hard target. Big ice blast from the base, though. We'll catch them
Radiant's
both.
middle barracks
They just clear out
has
a-
fallen.
One Rax, step back with their winnings, and it looks like not today are not going to have the opportunity to make a comeback play right there.
Yeah, only a ranged barracks, but still they get some good objectives off that huge team fight. And now LVT should be pretty far in the lead. Not by much according to the graph, but momentum-based they certainly are. Wraith King now, well, still not sure if it's an Assault Cross or a Mjolnir, but either one will give him a lot more. Looks like it will
I think it's going to be
probably
Mjolnir because I think Brewmaster's going to throw together an AC of his own
Yeah, it
on
looks like
the
it.
Brew. Just go more of your standard utility Brew.
Yeah.
Not going Agnums, going with these two. So that
Yeah,
helps
it
out.
could
And that's
be a
one less
Shivas,
item for
but-
Wraith King.
Yeah, I like the idea of getting the AC there, and now the Nature's Prophet. He even has an Orchid complete, so... All right, LVT getting past that window like we talked about during the draft. Wraith King is a good carry once you get to this stage, but that window that we've just made it through is where it's tricky for him. And he did struggle a little bit, but now 5, 3, and 8. Shredder setting up to have a very scary late game.
The scary thing is going against the Necrophos. If you make one bad, opportunity to go for some side farm and you get caught out with a
Dire's
Reaper
top
Scythe,
tower is under
you're out of the
attack.
game. And you may have thought before, like, oh, I have plenty of gold, so even if I flub here, I'll still be able to buy back. Not with the Necro on the other
Radiant's
team.
bottom
Certainly
tower
not.
is under attack.
You're out for good.
Refresher
Dire's
Necro
structure.
do get 2
Roshan
people
has
down so they
fallen
can't
to
buy
the
back. It's going to happen one of these games. Here we go. Top lane. Shibby comes in. BKB on. Ready to force a contest. Out comes Nature's Prophet. BKB on as well. Mystic Flare will just tickle him as he's immune to the damage. They get a pick off on the Skywrath Mage. And now they find the Necro. Shredder
He went
locks
the
him
wrong
down.
way.
Dire's top tower
And
is
trying
under
to make
attack.
space for the rest of his team to get here. They
Dire's
need some way to interrupt that Ice Path from long range. Ewo going to be stopped in his tracks. Gets a crit to the face. And the old man will take a fall. Looks like a little scoliosis coming his way as he falls over.
Looked like maybe he thought he'd be safe heading down that way where the
Dire's
ward
top
was already
tower is
covering
under
the
attack.
area and just kind of getting a little farm in the mid lane, but Leviathan cut them off. And he's like, well, you're not with your friends now, are you? And they just took care of the old man. Put him right in his home. And now,
Dire's top tower
pushing down
is
the mid
under
lane,
attack.
Leviathan, with 40 seconds left on this Necrophos, they could bait him into a buyback here if they keep the pressure up.
We'll see how deep they want to go. LVT playing this very passive and will not even attempt to force the buyback. I guess sort of afraid of the Echo. They know that it's still available. And I guess no need to press their luck. They've got a decent little lead for themselves, now about 4,000. And back to where they were about 15 minutes ago. And getting a small experience edge with the hero. He'll clear out a creep play. Looks like he's getting the Yules, not the Force Staff that I was considering. We've seen how good Yules can be on Jakiro, though, setting up those ice paths and making it very difficult to get away.
He needs that Yules. Yules is just so good on Jakiro. I don't know anyone else that could. It's just beautiful setup for a guaranteed ice path. I mean, if you preemptively lay down the Macropyre, it's just like music. It's like a symphony of plays coming out.
Yeah, symphony indeed. Shredder. Oh, Shredder. He's so big.
Yep.
He's going to have the Mjolnir pretty soon. I'm just looking at this Wraith King, like, how do you deal with him at this point?
I mean, Terrorblade we've seen, I don't know if it was me and you, but sometimes they like to go for Radiance early. On someone like Terrorblade, though, it's like, he's so flimsy and he invests so much in something like that, and he still has crap for stats, and he could just get picked off and lose his gain so quickly. We've seen that happen. Wraith King, however, once he gets level 6, it's hard to bring him down, so he can get away with big item investments like this if given the opportunity. He's like, no Midas. Go right for Radiance, baby.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the craziest of builds. It is a farm accelerator, so it's not all bad, but it is definitely atypical, and I think most players, if you ask them, hey, what do you think about position 1 Wraith King that goes Radiance first? The vast majority of them would say 2 thumbs down.
What do you think about an aggro trying with Pudge or a Pudge jungle? That's
They-
Leviathan, and they're
It's
like,
true.
I think it's a great idea.
That's true.
And they're a team that's going to keep you guessing as far as what the hell the game plan actually is, and this is a build you're not used to going against, a format you're not used to going against. Wow, nice catch on Ewo in the top lane from Nushim. It's like, you're not going anywhere with that easy TP, and now they swoop in Nature's Prophet, they swoop in the Ice Blast, the pipe's going to be used, Cold Feet's going to lock into place, and the old man, once again, is going to get absolutely beaten into an unmerciful pulp until he's going to be grilled off into ashes.
Yeah, that osteoporosis really setting in as his bones crumble under the pressure. Shredder, looking at his options here, finds an invisibility rune. Will get picked up by Chihiro. And with the dead Necro, LVT may look to do something. There is no buyback on the neck. Of course, they don't know that. But this is a decent window to try and make some plays happen around the map. Smash gets scouted out by Shredder. In come the crits. And can Smash live here? He does have BOTs, so might be able to TP out, but BKB will have to be used. He turns to try and do some damage, but he's all by his lonesome. Smash, you better TP while you can, buddy.
Well, he's using the full duration
He'll
of
make it
that fresh BKB he got. Full 10 seconds certainly helps. Had that been a 5-seconder, he'd been gone for. But he uses the full golden duration to walk himself on out, and you really can't be out there on your own. Nobody's going to be safe at this point. It's Leviathan that have taken control of the whole Not Today side, and they are
Radiance
barraging
middle
down
barracks
this
are
mid
under
lane. They
attack.
want to take out this melee racks and secure a big advantage in this mid lane. They pull out the trees, and they're looking to go to town right now, and we'll have to see what Not Today can do. A big Echo could turn things around. We'll see if it comes.
Great spread from LVT, though. That Echo going to be very hard to get off. Jenkins just tanking the Chakram. Not too much of a care in the world right now. As Shredder in the front lines will be the first to go down as the reincarnation. They just want the barracks, and after that, I think they'll mount the retreat, and they will do just that. So a 50-second ultimate cooldown from the Wraith King is all it'll cost them, or maybe not. They'll lose their Ancient Apparition. Everyone else now on the retreat. Shredder uses his BKB. Blink Dagger will come up, and he'll just barely make it to safety, but they're not done yet. Smash on the hunt, has a blink of his own, takes a Wraithfire Blast, but now Mihawk's here. How many blinks do these guys have, says Shredder. And now he'll finally get locked down. Out comes the Skywrath ult, and Mystic Flare brings him down.
He doesn't have Aegis anymore. It was reclaimed, so he has to walk on back. Still pressure coming in very nicely, though. Nature's Prophet making it work here in the top lane, so Not Today can't really press on forward and, you know, really take it to the Leviathan side. Oh, he's going to get away though. So Nature's Prophet makes his way out. They can't press Leviathan base while Wraith King's down. In fact, they're still looking for more here. Mid lane, they see Mihawk. Mihawk weighing it out. He does have a Force Staff to go to the high ground, but he changes his mind, uses the Force Staff offensively, jumps back on the 2. There's your Echo Slam. They're going for Shibby, who's still silenced, does get the BKB and the split up, and now they're looking to go on a turn back. They jump forward. Ice Blast going to be there. See you later, Masoku. Skywrath down. Now Smash and Mihawk, they've put their sights onto Nature's Prophet. Leviathan, they don't have anyone nearby to help out. He's going to have to pull out the BKB here. Still can't TP yet. He can TP now, but the BKB's over. He's on the run to get away from this. Smash instead blinks to the low ground.
Jenkins finds a haste rune, this lucky devil. But again, all of a sudden, it's Not Today. Looking to be the ones on the aggressive throughout that entire fight.
Of the wood.
So more steps in the right direction. This is still a really back and forth game here, Kalakai. There doesn't really seem to be either team with a super convincing lead. Back-to-back fights, and feels like both teams had the momentum to start swinging things into their favor. Wraith King, though, does have the Mjolnir complete, so he is starting to... He is basically online at this point. He's got his 4 core items, looking for the 5th.
He needs a buyback before they go into an engagement. He needs about 900
gold. I still think Abyssal is where he goes next. Pulls for the buyback, grabs the basher, gets some of that RNG going. Get the crits, get the bashes, and...
I'm curious how comfortable Leviathan feel here, as if they can kind of separate and farm for the next couple of minutes and not have to feel pressured about making a go, and they can safely wait it out for Roshan on their side, or for Not Today. They know that their late game might not quite match up against the Wraith King, and really what they're going to be able to bring together here.
Yeah, we've still just seen... How many scythes have we seen total from EWO this game? It's got to be, what, 2?
Something that you can count on one hand, that's for sure.
3? I mean, it's been so seldom, and when you go on Aghanim Scepter, it gets the cooldown the same as it would be at level 16. So the Ags, I think he had it before then, so even lowers the cooldown a little bit. It's an ultimate you really want to be using. It's basically a free kill, so if you can roam around, pick somebody off.
Other Necros prioritize getting something like a Blink Dagger just to be sure they're in the right spot to get that R-Hammer off, but he opted for a Force Staff. It does help a little bit, you know, against this enemy team, and helps himself get in and out, but I don't know. We'll have to see how it works out for him. For now, they're going to smoke up. They're going to go for a big play here and head right towards the Roche area.
Oh, Smash. He walks right into it. Yules to set it up. Pops his BKB. Whirling Death. Trying to squish him up a bit. Chakram flying through. His team is on their way, but can they get here in time? Smash hops over the river. Takes the high ground, but hey, they've got vision. Shibby on the low ground with a hoof stomp. But now the cavalry's here. Not Today. Ready to defend their leader. Smash on the high ground. Does get zapped by the Wraith King. He'll fall first, but they find a counter kill on the Brew, and they do use the Reaper Scythe ultimate. Mystico off to the side, pulls him away. He'll go down, and they bring down the Wraith King on the other side, but he's got an ultimate, comes right back up. The slow does secure the kill on the Centaur, and it's looking like a pretty successful fight for LVT, even though their Brew is stuck in the grave without buyback.
Yeah, they step back. They're going to go right for Roche here. Brew was taken out. Shibby got put into the Roche pit and couldn't really find a way out safely, so they ended up just kind of swarming them and taking advantage of that. But now each side down one member here, but the Bloodstone advantage here for Smash will get them right back into the action here pretty dang quick. And now it looks like Not Today are moving on forward here. They get the Yules here. It's going to be defensive, but it's going to be Nusham locked in the pit of the Sprout, and he will end up falling. And they can't finish the Roche. Now they don't feel comfortable with it at all. They do have the Courier down and ready, but now Jenkins forced both BKB and TP away from this one. Smash on the hunt. Looks like
He's
he wants
giving
to
it
get
to
a hold of
Shredder. He's going to find it almost. Shredder able to blink. Can he do
he's got to
it?
hide and get a nice TP off right here.
He's getting juked. He
You got
turns off the Radiance, too. Look at this guy.
Nice.
Smart plays from Shredder.
Now,
And
Not Today have moved in. They're going to finish off this Roche. Oh, Nature's Prophet tried to do some cheeky play. He gets scouted out immediately from Earthshaker, and they go right on him, and they take him out.
Yeah,
No,
that's
Jenkins, not for you.
That's an Aghanims on Smash now, by the way, so double Chakram play. Roshan doing a lot of damage, but will fall. Aegis of the Immortal goes to the Necro. And Leviathan, again, they were on the up and up, and not today.
Radiant's middle tower
They
is
strike
under
back.
attack.
Really nice for Smash to have a Bloodstone. Let me tell you, he comes back into the fight so quick. Brew is still out, like, from the first time. And Smash has been back being part of kills and getting everything done. Timber adds really a lot in this time, and if Shibby is not going to be involved and he gets caught out quickly, you know, he just wasn't close enough to the rest of his team, he's not going to contribute a whole lot. I mean, his Primal Split, all that engagement power and utility he has with the AC and the Vlads just kind of go to waste for the meantime.
Yeah. Certainly so. Still anyone's game for the taking, it feels like. Mihawk was the one to grab the cheese off that Roche. So Centaur now has a big potion that he can pop up. 4 force stabs on the side of the Radiant. Even Iwo went back for one on the Necrophos. They are one
Radiant's middle
mobile
tower is
team
under
here,
attack.
Kato Guy.
And well, when you're counting on a nice ice path to land on Leviathan, Force Staff can just ruin your day very easily.
Yeah, same with the Wraith King initiation. You just kite that guy all
Yeah.
day. I like the thought process from Not Today. We mentioned
Yeah.
how that is one of the shortcomings of the Wraith King, and the Blink Dagger helps, but when you're up against 4 force stabs, you can only blink once. It's just a casual bottle here hanging out on the ground. I don't know what's going on with that. Masoku will be happy to retrieve it. Looks like it's Shibby's. Okay.
Passing the bottle around. Shibby dropped it.
Bottle
Probably
saved
in
is
the
a bottle
fountain
earned.
or in the Roche pit prior to a past Roche engagement, but they'll just kind of swoop it on up. Scout out the top area for any sort of wards. Nothing's going to be there. They're moving back through their territory, but not today. They're going on the aggressive. They're moving as a 5-man hit squad, and they feel comfortable. They got the Aegis.
Mm-hmm. And the cheese. That cheddar. Giving them the second life.
And it's their game to kind of hand over to Leviathan at this point. Leviathan are going to try to pull out some split push here. Nature's Prophet creeping in on the bottom while Shredder's doing work at the top. They're only going to pull back when necessary, or at least try to get Not Today away from moving as a full group and try to spread them out. And it looks like the first one to bite's going to be Smash. He can do this on his own, though. He's got double chakram to quickly clear out any sort of creep waves, even Treants. That's troublesome for Jibby, or not, for Nature's Prophet.
Yeah. Yeah, Prophet was going to TP out, but Jenkins actually did cancel it, so he will hang out a little bit longer and making all of his split push dreams come
He shows himself now. They ping him out, and Smash is like, aha!
Ooh,
Quickly
close.
moves on forward, but immediately Jenkins is like, I'm out of here. TP's over right away.
Yeah.
But hey, they didn't push mid lane, so
Yeah, I
Leviathan
mean, that play alone for the Nature's Prophet kind of
Radiant's top
quelled
tower
their,
is under attack.
quelled
stalls
their
them
push.
for a bit, but they have still a couple of minutes to work with before that Aegis will expire. But this is more time for the Wraith King to farm up, for anyone on their team to farm up and pull together defense. For Not Today, they'll still just keep farming up on their own. The ball is in their court. It's just how far they want to wait before they go in for a big dunk. It's 2 more minutes. There's the clock right now coming out from Dota 2 World, letting us know.
Yeah, things have really taken a turn for the passive, but we're getting into that late game decision making. 45 minutes in, and both teams recognizing it's more about how they initiate these next fights. Both of them with a lot of power to cripple one another's base. They are down 1 lane of racks in the mid, they being the Radiant side, so Not Today also just forced to deal with keeping this lane pushed out, and keeping up with it, but just limits how much they can move around the map. Necro has himself an ultimate orb, maybe a Scythe of Vice coming out for him. It looks like Timbersaw could be following suit on that front. He's got almost 5,000 gold up, so Smash farming out of control. Still number 1 on net worth.
Yeah, he's been putting it in. 427 creep kills on this Timber. Very, very nice. Press on in. This AA and Shibby here guarding the mid. They could get caught out before the rest of the team shows up because they're going to run right into Smasher on the high ground, who just immediately shoots him down. Shibby could fall here. Reaper Sight, he's out. No buyback. 120 seconds. Your brew is gone. And then they follow it up very nicely with Jakiro and Ancient Apparition. Not today, just kind of immediately took this game.
What happened to their team? Just completely crumbled. The Reaper's Scythe, you saw it right there. Forget about the Wraith King. When you get picked apart like that, doesn't even matter. Shredder will cut the creep wave, and they will be able to finish off this tower. But, oh, that courier, that had a lot of cargo on it. That was a Scythe for Ewo, so that's unfortunate.
Nice grab right there.
Yeah. So they won't have the creeps. They can't high ground
They're
this.
cutting him so hard right now. So they can't push any harder from this.
Smart plays from Shredder. And, yeah, that'll be it. No high ground whatsoever.
So this is a good way to prolong the
Big plays.
huge, huge fall right there in that fight. I think they were just hugging that tower a little too close, and they thought they were going to have the opportunity to maybe consider some sort of defense, but it's Smash, who can get careless on walking around, scouting things out. He has the quick reaction to pull out the sheep, catches perfectly Shibby going right up the stairs where he can't see, and they have enough burst. They take him down.
Yeah, pretty impressive. Good dunk from the Earthshaker also. Where's he going item-wise? Looks like BKB could be in his future also.
Certainly can. Ogre Club. It's got to be it.
The club.
Got to be the BKB.
This Timbersaw's just so rich. He just bought that Scythe, and he's already at 3,300 gold. Where do you go from here if you're the Timber? I don't know what you want over these items.
He's like 6 slotted.
Yeah. With 3,000 gold to boot. Doesn't get bigger than this.
I don't know, man.
I mean, Shiva's is nice, but what do you drop? I guess you could maybe drop the Blink Dagger.
Buy
but
sentries. Give it to your teammates.
yeah, sentries for your team.
Can you 7 slot? Maybe you can 7 slot him and put the BKB on a courier or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but and then you're really reaching at that point. As
Yeah,
long
I mean,
as he
you
feels
could.
secure enough to have a buyback at the ready, but he already has a Bloodstone, so buyback is rarely even going to be necessary as it is. So
Yeah,
can
unless
come
he
back so
dies a
quick.
couple of times, loses all those charges or something. Well, Wraith King will move into the Abyssal. Does want to pull for buyback, I think. Has the Skull Basher, and actually enough to complete the full upgrade. And okay, he'll risk it for the biscuit here, Dakota. No buyback on the King.
Let's do it. Let's party. He's pinged out, though. They could make a jump on him here and just end it.
Yeah, they've got this ward right on the high ground.
They
This
see
is
him.
The Radiant Vision.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Leviathan, not really near, and he will make a way out. And that could have been crazy. If they got enough troops together on Not Today, they could have quickly made the jump on him. Maybe they just at least got that bit of information that he committed for the Abyssal, so he does not have buyback.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. They saw that he picked it up, and also they can just position themselves appropriately. As now they know that BKB will not keep you safe from the one true King. Now Brew picks up a Basher. Okay, they want some lockdown here. Double Abyssals.
All right,
Oh,
let's
that's
party.
interesting. Yeah, let's party.
Top lane, they're weighing it out. Slow play coming out from Not Today, waiting for the right opportunity, creating a little bit of tension between both of them. We got a little bit before you even see the secondary clock on Roche. I don't know if they're going to be waiting out that long or not. Leviathan, they're itching for a fight. They
Yeah.
press on forward here.
They wanna
Past even
take
the
it
wards.
just on their terms.
You know, they got to at least get this vision back, and they do. Do they have a gem now? They do.
Yeah,
It's an
this
AA.
This is where like both teams want to fight, but they'll only take it on their terms. So both are going to sort of hide on their side of the map until they feel very comfortable pressing out. And Shredder now has the backup of his team.
Another ward grab. They take out
Move
2
outward.
already. So now, Not Today. Don't have as much control on the map as they used to, as Leviathan doing a nice job repelling that push down mid lane, and now they grab a gem. Do the sweeps, take out the wards. There's still one up by the secret shop, but they're not going there yet. They're going right through enemy territory. Smash is nearby, but he's a hard guy to take down. Timbersaw's not going to be the easiest, and they're pinging right on him. AA is
know what's
waiting
going
in the
on.
pit. He's got to get out of here.
He'll force staff out, but yeah,
Yeah.
still a little while before Roche comes up. Hoping for a fast respawn. Who's going to get caught? It's Necrophos off to the side. Ice Blast will fly through, and Ewo, he bites the bullet before this party even gets started. Now Mihawk, he comes flying in. They'll try to pursue. He'll force Staff away.
What was Necro doing over there?
Oh, the Abyssal after the BKB. Mihawk locked in place. Wow. I guess he was just going for the wraparound.
It looked like they were trying to like do their own kind of flank play, just surround them from both sides. But Leviathan, as a tight-knit group, move over and scout out Necro and take advantage, seeing that most have gone to the other way. You know, Smash is coming in from behind, throwing out the Chakram, so they quickly pounce onto Necro, and he's done for. 2 down. They can press forward, maybe bait out some buybacks if necessary, but not today. Are already pushing down the mid lane pretty hard here. But they are ultimately going to have to rotate back in some way. Nature's Prophet moving by his own in the north here. Might be in trouble. Nice quick BKB will prevent Smash from getting anything off. He wanted to get that quick sheep stick, but not going to get it.
Yeah, that sheet stick can be pretty elusive sometimes.
Tis mine.
Well, still 2 dead. Buyback status on Big Brad. Yep, he's got it. And so does the Necro. So, worst case, they're forced to use a couple of buybacks here. And frankly, Centaur might need to.
Yeah, Necro might be able to get by.
They've got everything.
They got Glyph, and they use it immediately.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Centaur might need to buy back.
He's coming from the backside, coming in onto Shibby. Can he find the initiation? No, instead it's Shredder. He goes in deep, right onto Mystico. Ice Blast flies through. The Force Staff buys him some time, but will still go down to the Wrath King. Kind of 2 fights breaking out here as Smash comes around the backside. Caught inside of the Sprout, but will cut it down. The double Chakram's coming out, doing a lot of damage to Nushin, but now Shredder comes in, jumps on Smash. Mihawk now joining the party. BKB's going like crazy, but Mihawk with nothing to do but try and turn tail and run. Out comes the Primal Split. Brewmaster will be able to stand his ground. Smash, he's bought back, pushing far out of the base, but he's got no BKB. Getting kited around all day, and some TPs out from Leviathan. They'll survive. Meanwhile, in the base, Brew left all alone. Shredder, he'll come back to life. They'll bring down Ewo. And how much can they actually do by themselves here? Nature's Prophet TP's back in. Smash in trouble. Silence. Mihawk gets crit down. 1,200 from Shredder. But it'll cost them their Nature's Prophet as Ewo's back in the party. He's got to buy back for it, but does drop the sight. Smash. Oh, no! It's a dieback on Smash now. They're leaving their base. They're getting a little more overzealous than they should. Shibby, he's going back in.
They're going to get him down. He's done.
Ewo, this could be game. The diebacks, Dakota. The diebacks.
Oh, my God. I thought it was an overthrow coming out from Leviathan. They press on through, but it proves that they just have so much of a tough skin to crack that not today. Oh, that was such an awkward start way back at the beginning when you had Smash coming in from the north. He timber chained to a tree right in front of him, and then he got taken advantage of from Nature's Prophet before he could get his BKB off, and that's game! Leviathan just beat Not today.
Wow. What a hot streak for Leviathan. Looking good. A very chaotic game, though. Both teams completely back and forth. It was kind of just almost a mindless slugfest for a big part of it. But in the end, Leviathan just takes one big misplay from Not today. The diebacks, dude, you got to be more careful in that. If you're in the buyback scenario, you're stuck in your base, you can't just go running out there. Hey, we're going to chase this guy down. He's got an Abyssal, bro.
Yeah, that was crazy. I
turn
thought
and
for a
dunk
while,
all
I'm like,
over
okay,
you.
Leviathan are going to go down, and they just went a little too far into the fountain, but it proved to work out. They took apart Smash so quickly, I didn't expect that. And because of his first life, which pretty much led to him doing nothing, because he couldn't even get his BKB off, Nature's Prophet saw him, put him up in the air, put him in Orchid, and he finally made his way in, but by then it was too late. He had to quickly buy back.
And that's where Smash would have really benefited from having something like a Shiva's. I mean, he was 6-slotted as we talked about, but that sort of lower armor, Shiva's could have helped quite a bit. Probably not enough to win him the game, but some food for thought.
Wow, man. Leviathan, they do it again.
Yeah, what a game.
And what are they up to now?
What an ender. That makes them 5-2 now, right? Yeah.
This puts them at
5-2. So they're still... that puts them second. Not today will now move to 6-2. Leviathan 5-2 off that. So they're still third, but yeah, hot on the trail, nipping away at Not today. And watch out for Team Leviathan, folks. That knocks Sna out of the top 4. Still a lot to go in this group stage, but wow.
Good stuff. Good Dota.
All right. Well, that wraps up for us today. America will be back tomorrow here for the Summit 2 by G2A.com. I'm Zyori. That's Coddle Guy. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you tomorrow.
That's all, folks.